Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. This is How to Fix Your Tech. Now today, we're bringing back How to Fix Your Tech's videos. Never went, but we're bringing back the videos for 2021. Now, today I'm going to be reacting to Mike Shake's PC build. Hopefully it's good. I'm pretty sure it will be. I also made a new intro for the new year, so if you like it, you can feel free to tell me. But if you've got any suggestions, I am willing to change a few things. I mean, I've still got the video file, so I can change them if you think you've got a good idea. But anyway, enjoy the video, and let's roll the intro. So, hopefully I don't get a copyright strike from this, we'll see. I'll have to delete it if we don't, but I think it'll be alright. Alright, so here's the video. Let's have a look at the video.
This week I wanted to build my own PC, but since I had no idea how to do it, first I had to understand what a PC consists of in order to choose the right components to buy. But when I started my research, I felt like I was reading a different language. Then after about 5 hours...
That does make sense, PC language is very different to normal talk.
Thanks to your help, a bunch of tutorials and PC part picker, I finally chose the...
I do find it good that he is using PC part picker because that is definitely a good tool to use for computer building. Obviously, PC part picker is not 100% accurate, but it definitely gives you a good idea. Alright, let's continue.
Components, making sure there were no compatibility issues between them. My budget was $2,000. I really need a powerful PC to keep up with my heavy video editing, and since I'm not a gamer, but I could be, other than a nice CPU, I also wanted to invest in a good graphics card. This is
3070, nice. That's pretty overkill for not gaming, but obviously he said he could be, so yeah, that would give him a pretty good start.
Tiny thing is probably the most important component of my PC. In the box you'll also find nothing. What?
Yeah, that's Ryzen 9s don't have the cooler sadly, but you know, the problem is if they did include the Spire or Wraith cooler, the Ryzen 9's so powerful it probably I don't even know if the Prism would cool it down properly, but that's okay because I think he's got another cooler. I'm not sure. I think he said he did, but we'll see.
Why do they make a box this big? Whatever. To install it, you need to be really careful. Never touch the base of the CPU to avoid damaging the PC.
Yeah, that's good. That's good information. It's good he noted that because a lot of people don't know that. Wreck their CPU and then doesn't work, and that's just a problem. But good he noted that down.
Push down this lever and move it out to unlock the socket. Now make sure to align the golden triangle on the edge of the CPU with the triangle at the corner of this. Is the power supply I chose for my build. PC part picker gives you a wattage estimation of your system. So my 850 watt power supply...
That's something I really do like about PC part picker because unless you really do the research and, you know, note down every component, you know, it just takes ages. You don't want to go buy it, so if it says like 495 and your components are high-end like his, you probably want to go with like more like 650 watts or 700 watts. You know, it is a lot over, but as he's using 850 watt, you never know. You want to upgrade it. The graphics cards, they require lots of power, so, you know, it's good for the long term, and you know he's got a solid power supply, so it's not going to die anytime soon.
Should be more than enough. When installing the power supply, you need to pay attention to where the fan is. In this case, there is a dust filter on the bottom, so I'm gonna put the fan facing down. Actually, before doing that, it's probably better to connect the cable. But I had no idea which one to use, so I watched a few tutorials, and after that I was ready. Kind of. This big cable should go into the motherboard. This one is the CPU power that also goes into the motherboard. And this is the PCI cable that should be connected to the graphics card. And lastly, these ones, I have no idea what they are. I guess we'll find out later. Inside the power supply box, there are...
that is, for me, that was the hardest bit about it. Apart from the little front panel I/O connectors, that was the hardest bit, because, you know, they look all so similar, but one's a bit smaller, and it's hard to, you know, get it right, because they've got so many cables, and when you've got a just ATX power supply, not modular at all, you know, there's cables coming from everywhere, and, you know, you need to put all of them in there, even if you don't need them all. But anyway, he did a good job in the end. You know, always good to research if you don't have any ideas. But anyway.
4 small screws, and after lining up the power supply, you simply need to screw it in. When screwing PC parts, it's better to use a cross putter rather than just one side and then the other to apply even pressure. And like that, the power supply is installed. Now, for moving the motherboard into the case, I'm gonna install the cooler, which is pretty cool. This is a Kraken X53 AIO. AIO means all-in-one, because there are air coolers, which simply use a fan, liquid coolers that use liquid, and all-in-one systems are a bit of both. Following the instructions, I removed the AMD mounting brackets and installed the screws of the cooler. Unfortunately, I messed up with the pre-installed.
Now, something I would say is with the AIO, it is probably a better idea to put the fans on the front. Because, you know, if you watch Gamers Nexus, I'm pretty sure that's the way he likes, on the front. And also with the NZXT case, there's like zero airflow on the front. So you'd probably be better off going on the top, but it doesn't look like there's much on the top either. The NZXT case looks quite nice, it's just airflow, it does lack quite a bit. But, yeah, alright, we'll continue.
Graphics card, cables, and final test left. This is an Nvidia RTX 3070 and should be perfect in case I decide to become a gamer. To install it, you simply need to align the graphics card pin into the slot of the motherboard. And for this specific case, I also needed to remove the cover plate on the side to make the graphics card fit in. Align the graphics card with the slot and then just push. After mounting everything back into place, the graphics card as well as all the other components of this PC are installed. Need to connect all the cables. I obviously followed a tutorial step by step for this part. First, I connected the fan cables to the channels fan on the motherboard. For context, they are here. Then I connected the big cable coming from the power supply into the motherboard. Same story for the CPU power cable, letting it pass from the top. Then I put the PCI power cables into the graphics card. Your graphics card can have 4 or 8 pins, and that's why the PCI cable comes in a double-end configuration. After that, I connected the cables coming from the radiators, fans, and the cooler. Simply following the instructions. The last cables are coming from the case and they all connect to the bottom of the motherboard, except for the USB 3.0 cable that goes right here. And this is my face when I finally realized that my build was done. Alright.
Looks good. Cable management is good. We're about to get an ad, but I'll skip that for you. Let's see if it turns on.
So I connected the keyboard, monitor and mouse, nobody shaming please, into the USB ports, and then the power supply. Something is already working. Alright, first try. Yes? Still nothing there. Why there is nothing there?
Doesn't look like he's got the video cable connected. That looks like a HDMI or display port. I reckon that's why. Let's see.
Oh, everything looks fine here, but I don't see anything there. Why? And my keyboard is here. Everything works. The keyboard works. And then I tried to connect the HDMI into the graphics card.
Got it. Yeah, it's an easy mistake to make because they're both the same. If you've got a graphics card, it'll immediately try and push the pixels through the graphics card, not the onboard graphics. Just because, you know, if you've got a graphics card, you know, it's better than the onboard graphics, so it's going to use the dedicated graphics from the graphics card. Alright, there we go.
Yes! Yes!
Awesome, so that's a good screen to get to, the American Megatrends BIOS screen. Let's see what he does with it.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! the computer was working perfectly. So I spent a while installing all the drivers and setting up the lights. And when I tested the PC in my editing program, I was pretty shocked. It took me 2 minutes to export a video. The same video took 57 minutes on my old laptop.
Ouch. That's not a bad looking laptop either. Oh well, he's got a PC now and that makes a huge difference. I can tell you the difference between my MSI laptop and this computer too. It's pretty big. I don't even record in 4K because my computer on Shotcut wouldn't work with 4K properly. It has rendered it and edited a few 4K videos, but like my iPad records 1080p. At the moment it's recording 720p because it's on the front camera, but it records 1080p, 30 frames, so, you know, there's no point in going and changing the settings further up because it doesn't do anything. But anyway, really happy with the build, Mike Shake. Hopefully, it is nice because I was actually subscribed to Mike Shake before the video, and, you know, you might notice, so, really good video, good job. I'm really surprised you did so well with no experience. Hopefully you join the PC Master Race because that is pretty cool. But anyway, thanks for watching, like and subscribe. Make sure to subscribe to Mike Shake for that good video, and I'll see you in another video.
It's not enough. I wanna see the stuff the world has got in store. I wanna take it all in, I'm falling. The cityscape by night, wanna catch in my photos. Where you go, every corner twice as bright. They'll be my treasures forever. When I can't hold you tight, I'll see the Stockholm lights. The Stockholm lights, the Stockholm lights.